Welcome to 1 Minute History, where I read from my book for homeschoolers, A Bible Believer Looks at World History. You can also find this book on lulu.com, amazon.com, or the Bible Baptist Bookstore. I'm going to start talking about Genesis 3:24, which has to deal with man being permanently kicked out of Eden. It brings to mind the fact that mankind has futilely spent a great deal of time trying to get back to Eden. Much of history has to do with attempting to make the earth a paradise for one person or a group of people and slaughtering countless millions on earth. For a moment, let's go back to verse 20 of chapter 3. Eve, the mother of all living, is mentioned in modern genetic theories. And here's a quote from one source. A comparison of the mitochondrial DNA of humans from many races and regions suggests that all of these DNA sequences have evolved molecularly from a common ancestor sequence. Under the assumption that an individual inherits mitochondria only from one's mother, this finding implies that all living humans have a female line of descent from a woman whom researchers have dubbed mitochondrial Eve. Based on the molecular clock technique of correlating elapsed time with observed genetic drift, Eve is Eve uh, based Eve is believed to have lived about 150,000 years ago. Phylogeny suggests she lived in Africa. Now, this is from Science by S. Pabo, and this is from a 1995 article. Now, she there's also reported a similar finding with regard to men, in which 38 men from all over the world were discovered to have, after examining over 27,000 pairs of genes, identical gene sequences. They call this supposed common ancestor of all mankind emerging out of Africa, Adam, believe it or not. More recently, in 1988, a study of 67 men, as reported in Human Molecular Genetics, brought the supposed origin of modern man closer than what these earlier studies suggested, from 188,000 to 150,000 years down to a possible 50,000, 55,000 years. Keep trying, Sparky, it's all I can say. So we'll continue from there, talk about humanity before we go on to discuss both the origin of oil and fossil fuels and things like that. I enjoyed this. I thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.